Do I even know how to use this thing now? You boy looking a little buff. Your boy looking a little. Hello, testing, testing, one, two, three. Testing, testing, one, two, three. Okay. Good live. All right, so I don't have. I gotta be honest. I don't. It's a lot going on in life right now. I'm getting ready to move next month and everything, so I don't have a lot of time to go live and do things. I just realized that it's been so long since I went live on any of my multiple YouTube channels that I literally did not know how to use things. There've been a lot of updates to different systems. I'm like, it's been so long since I went live. I'm like, oh my God, do I even know how to do this? Um, but when I get into my new home, everything will be back to normal. I'll have the professional background. I won't use a webcam. I'll have the professional lighting and everything. Just been really enjoying life. I've been enjoying life so much that like this is the first Love is Blind season to where I haven't had the chance to look at a lot of YouTube videos. Um, I haven't had a chance to laugh at Jesse Wu. Probably the only thing I actually looked at was like Instagram quick uploads from Storytime with Ricky. I haven't even had a chance to watch my man Tate's Take, who always delivers the jokes, the funny, and some interesting commentary along the way. So basically, I've been in the real world. I work, I be with my children. I get a long time. I'm watching stuff, but like I don't have time to be on YouTube a lot. So I'm like, all right, supposed to do like this joint thing tonight with somebody, but it fell through. So I'm like, well, since I was scheduled this time to actually talk about Love is Blind, maybe this is a way I can put up about all the couples and then specific situations that happen with these couples because I know I won't have enough time to make videos about it. So that's what I'm going to do during this live. But y'all gonna have to forgive me because one of the things I'm gonna have to do, hold on, I'm gonna have to find an article that shows the couple's names because I don't remember the name. Okay, I think I found the article. And then we can just go down. And matter of fact, maybe I can, if I can remember how to work this, maybe I can share my screen. Let's see, how did I used to do this? Share screen. I'm gonna share Love is Blind, Who's Still Together. What happens if I do it like this? Okay, but I can resize it, right? If I remember correctly. Okay, yeah, I can resize it. There we go. So we can do it like this right here. And we'll just go down the list of what I saw, what I liked, what I want to give commentary on. So I'll tell you guys the interesting thing about Ali and Anton. Probably the best movie experience I ever had in my life was way back in 1999 watching The Sixth Sense. And that's because when The Sixth Sense came out, I was in boot camp for the Air Force. So it was the one time in my life I didn't get to see any trailers or when we arrived at the movie theater, we just pointed at a poster. I'm like, oh, Bruce Willis popular. I had no idea what I'm watching. I don't like trailers. I don't like to know things. So when I give my opinions, I love it when I haven't seen anything at all. I don't know the fans' reaction. I don't know anything. So I'm watching Love Is Blind season 9. And before seeing anything, I'm in my head. What I'm watching it with Anton is he seems like a good guy. He genuinely likes her, and she's giving me gold digger vibes. That's me alone by myself because She bringing up money, she bringing up taking care of me, she bringing up buying more, spending more money for the ring. Something like it's just a good dude. So I was kind of caught off guard when I started seeing some of the comments and some of the things what people were saying, where he is this total asshole. He's broke. I'm so glad I found me a good woman, boy, because like it's scary what the world turning into. I be like, yo, what the fuck does broke mean now? I don't know what broke. To me, the new definition of broke is if you don't make way more money than your girl. Like, and what I mean by that in an example, if you make $100,000 a year, but your girl make 150,000, you broke. If you make $1 million a year and your girl make 2.1 million, you broke. Like that seemed to be I grew up broke, like nigga, I can't do nothing for you. I can't do nothing for you, but like it just seemed like it's so easy for women to call men broke. I have to understand my biasness in the situation is that I'm a man, so I'm looking at it from a man standpoint, man point of view. I just didn't get that Anton is, you know what I'm saying? I thought like maybe he's a reasonable guy. You know what I'm saying? Um, and but then so I have an open mind. So I'm looking, I'm like, yo, why how did he become the villain in this couple? The motherfucker really loves her. You know, he treats her really, really well. He respects her. How did he become a villain? And I think it came from that conversation in the kitchen. It came from multiple tiny things, but the biggest thing it came from was when she walked away with his brother or his best friend girl, and they go in the bathroom and they say, yeah, they was out in the town and he was going to strip club. And then she come back and she don't want to show affection to her man because a stranger that she's known all a fucking 30 minutes told her that her man, while single, went to fucking strip clubs. Here's the hypocrisy I saw in that, the hypocrisy. Why is it that KB can say, yo, I'm single. I don't have to answer to nobody. If I want to meet a man and fuck him on the first night, I can do that. Don't you dare judge me on my past. But if he goes to a strip club, he's a party animal. It's a red flag. He goes to a place that women are shaking their ass, and that's a red flag. But a woman can say, I'm going out, I'm gonna meet a guy, I'm gonna fuck him the first night, but we can't judge her. Like I don't understand. Like I don't understand the fucking double standards. I'm just like, this shit is crazy. Don't you dare judge a woman when she's single. She can do what she wants. And then that's not enough information. I feel like the problem when it comes to relationships is that we care about such tiny things. Sometimes rightfully so. Sometimes we've been through trauma in dating, or you see these things happen and it make us hyper focus on small things. You know, when I came back here to Georgia, I went out to a lot of strip clubs, and I don't like strippers. I could have easily been Anton. This is what I'm saying. Your job in the pods and your job after the pods is continue to get to know a person. What makes a person tick? Why does a person think this way? Why would he do this or do that? So if I tell you now, I don't really be liking strippers. I don't like strippers for multiple reasons. Number one, I'm 45 years old. And unlike a lot of men my age, I don't find it attractive to look at women who are in their 20s. I have a daughter who's about to be 20 years old. So, like, I just don't give a damn. Like, I'm not one of those guys that would date younger than me. With how my brain is and how fucking much I think, I typically either date women my age or women older than me. You're going to have a strong mind to be with a guy like me. So I'm not attracted to really young women. That's number one. Um, Number two is just I've seen so many naked bodies in my life, like it ain't really my thing, you know. So he's like, "Why did you go to strip club?" Well, I went to strip clubs because after I got divorced, I was on the West Coast for a whole year. Did 2 documentaries. I come back. In my head, you sign legal documentation, you divorce, and then you leave. That's not real life. Real life is when you plant it back here to co-parent with your ex-wife and your children. So got my place, got everything set up, and I'm like, okay, this is my normal life. And then I go out with my normal life. My boys hit me up. They want to go to cigar bar. We smoke our cigars. We chilling. I love cigars. And we walk outside and they was like, "Yo, what you about to do?" And that was an epiphany moment in my life. I'm standing in that parking lot and I'm like, "Wait, I don't have my children this weekend. I don't have to answer to anybody. I literally can do whatever the fuck I want to do. I can get in my car right now and go back to my place and chill a weekend." I'm like, "Yeah, what y'all want to do? We about to go to the strip club." They want to go to the strip club. Not really my thing, but to me, it wasn't about strippers. It was about, wow, I can really do whatever I want to do. Go to the strip club. All I'm thinking is this motherfucking small ass drink. I could have bought me a whole bottle and been chilling at my crib. This watered down tiny ass drinking 20. I'm not having a good time, not enjoying myself. But I'm trying to figure out, what do I do when I don't have my children as a divorced guy? And I'm just trying to figure myself out. And so when I hang with my guys, they want to go strip club, go strip club. I could have easily been Anton. And then somebody could have easily called me a red flag. But what am I in real life? I'm a serial monogamist who does not cheat, who is open-minded enough to new ideas, who wants to really support a woman while a woman support me, meet my best friend in life, and we have a great life. So when I go into the dating world, I'm going into the dating world with these real solid good intentions. But what is my track record? If somebody met, well, he just be at strip club with Tony them. You see how, like, and I'm giving y'all an anecdotal real life, one possible plausible scenario. You can't judge him because he go out and hang out with his best friend and they drink some beers and they go to the strip club. Like, that don't mean anything. What you should be looking at is his past relationships, how he treat women, and how is Anton when he's in an actual relationship. And then how is Anton treating you in your current relationship? That's what you should be looking at. So for this man to treat you well, to not do anything wrong, you walk to the bathroom, like, that's a red flag for me. That would scare me. You mean tell me we good? We're not even with your people. I'm worried what's gonna happen with your people. If we with my people and you walk away for fucking 10 minutes and now you treat me different, there's a problem. There's a problem of how I lived my life when I was single and I didn't have anybody. But yet the audience is watching this, but they don't want anybody to say anything about how KB lived her life as a single woman. That's a fucking double standard to me. Now, um, they both work late night shifts, right? And then they get off in the morning. And then in the morning, the second red flag is, well, he always has a drink. Yeah, like that's plausible. But again, I try to look at every scenario. This man said he's Russian. Like in other countries is different than America. You know what I'm saying? Like in France, children drink wine. Like they not like, and I don't even know. I don't even know the details. I'm not gonna pretend like I know the details of it, but like I do know that like that's nothing to them. There's nothing to them. To him, you guys are looking at is morning. You gotta look at when you get like the actual shifts. So that's the equivalent of him working a 9 to 5, going and popping up on a beer. A lot of American dads do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like nowhere is he getting lit off his mind. Nowhere is he drinking all day. He has a drink right when he get off shift, like everybody else. And he not American. He come from a different culture. I'm not saying that that's right. I'm just saying that you don't know that it's wrong. There are all kind of possible scenarios. So like I'm more reserved. Like I need to see some solid, horrible shit that this guy do before I write him off as the villain of the show. If anything, like he making decent money, she making decent money. They both work in a schedule, but she's saying, "Let me not work and you pay for everything while I get my schooling in." If I, if that's the case, if I'm him, I need to see something before we get married, some dedication into me as an individual and how you feel and how you love me, because I'm about to make sure and invest in you to be better. Are you gonna do the same for me? Are you gonna do the same for me? Or am I gonna be the person that's paying for your shit so you can get better? Just have a better life, a better job, and leave because you're not committed. Or people saying like he talking about like 5,000 on a ring. They give you a ring for free. I don't know if she asking for 5,000 more on top of that or what or whatever it is. I just think like when I look at both of them, I would not have dropped on my knee unless we are 100% solid in line in this. So when I come out, if you bring up these issues, and this is the reason I dropped down on my knee because we settled all of this, then I know that this is a real big problem and it doesn't need to happen. Uh, but so far, I think Ricky said that she think that he got a good edit or whatever. I don't know. I need to see more. He looked like a straight, nice dude to me. She looked like a straight, nice girl to me. They're showing more footage of her asking about monetary things that kind of rubbed me a little bit the wrong way, but it's not enough to file her as some sort of villain or anything. So just when it comes to Allie and Anton, basically, I'm just waiting to see more. That's how I look at that couple. Moving to the next couple in this article. Where did I put the article? Okay, here it is. Okay. Madison and Joe. Madison and Joe is why I decided to go live because I'm like, man, like, oh, LC is here. It was about the freedom with your time for sure. I'm judging him for 2 beers. I'm a judge him for 2 beers each morning. But why believe this other woman you just met? They didn't show as much of them. Let me know if you want to come on, LC. Let me know. I would love to have fun discussing it. The one thing, and I'm sorry if I read your stuff too late, but the one thing that made me have a pause on Anton is he's from Russia. Let's just stop and think how different countries drink from America. Is it really morning, or is it really when you get off work? That means if you work 9 to 5, he having to drink at 6. If you work the mid shift, 3 to 11, he having to drink at 12. Okay, she said drop the link. Okay, hold on, let me drop the link. And I'm not vilifying nobody. I'm saying I want to see more. Now you got to forgive me, LC, because I ain't used this in so long. I don't even know if I know how to find the link. Hold on, copy. I think I did it. I feel sad. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel sad that like I used to love YouTube so much. I was on here all the time, and now I'm even forgetting basic things. There you go. I'm gonna see if you join before I go into Joe and Madison because I don't. I'm curious to see how people are gonna take my thoughts on Joe and Madison. I will say this. Is that you? Oh no. I will say this. Joe gonna be mad when he see Madison. Because every time Love is Blind come out, soon the first episodes drop. I look at every cast member's Instagram. Joe gonna be Madison don't look like that now. She don't look like that at all. But it should matter. It should not matter. He should have, if he was feeling it, he should have been with her. And then after a year of them dating and being together for a long time, she then looks completely different. But we'll see. I see you here. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I haven't done it. Hold on. Am I gonna need I think I'm gonna need headphones, or is it gonna be doubled? Like, is it doubled on your end?
Not on my end.
Okay. It's not double for me. Hold on, let me put us up here equally. There we go.
Hey, we love equal.
I talk so much, and then I haven't talked to anybody else on YouTube about the show. So I want to be quiet, and I want to hear your opinion on what I said and what you think about what was her name, Annie, and
Allie and Anton.
yeah, Ali and Anton. Yeah.
You bring up a good point about his drinking. I do judge him for 2 beers, but hey, the two American beers gonna be like Kool-Aid to him with his Russian genes. Okay, um, if it was vodka, okay, then I'll be like, okay, it's something hard. But I kind of take it with a pinch of salt because it's Allie saying it,
Hmm.
and I feel like many a time she exaggerates stuff. And the hard thing I have with production with Ali and Anton is that we didn't get to see much of them in the pod, so we're learning them out in the world. We saw one date, proposal, and reveal.
Hmm.
And at the reveal, he was more into the cup than her. So,
See, this is what I'm saying. I'm open minded, and I hate when you're open minded. It look like you're taking up somebody. It's just that I think the problem is my true crime brain. Is
yes,
I do true crime, I can't say you committed the murder until I get evidence. So I
right.
can see how it leads away. Because I can completely be open minded. He got a beer when he got off work in the morning. When they met each other, he went to it. But being open minded, not taking up for him, we don't know how each person deals with stress. What like that's stressful. Like I just fell in love on camera. I don't know how I'm gonna look a year from now. I just met him nervous out my mind. Let me and grab the cup. I'm not saying that's true because I don't know him. I'm just saying I don't know. I have to know before I
Well,
diagnose this man as an alcoholic.
no, I'm not saying he's alcoholic. No, no, no. By
Mhm.
no means is he an alcoholic. I'm just saying he likes a little drinky drink. That's okay. But this Denver group of people, most of them forgetting the rings. So I ain't even blaming
Yeah,
him for forgetting to give her ring at the reveal. Okay, so I'm not saying he's alcoholic by no means. Because the thing is, Anton is out there on vacation with an open bar, and he is just chill. We have
yeah.
not seen problematic behavior from him. So I definitely not gonna say he's into the cups or he's falling over drunk. No, that I reserve that for Joe.
And
But
Tracy, am I saying like this is why I love that I came on social media late with it. All I know is me and my girl, her opinion. We talking about it, but like it's me, my girl, and my TV over there. I don't know what the world is saying, but to me, he like my girl said when they was at when they first met each other, all the couples met. Of all the guys, she liked Anton the best.
I didn't, because he's too quiet. See, for me, I'm like, Kathy
True
Bates in
crime
A
brain
Family
too.
That Prays. It's your private thoughts that give me pause. He's too much of private thoughts. I don't know what's going on in Anton's mind. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but for me, I'm
All
like,
right, I'm gonna come
Anton, I
back to
need
that
to,
at the end. At the end, I'm
yeah,
gonna ask you, well, when they first met, who was your favorite guy? But like to me, like I said before you came on, I want to see more. And
yes.
I just want to see more Ali Anton before I can go concrete because he may go full right Wednesday, and I'm like, he's an asshole. Or she may show her true colors. She's an asshole. I'm just waiting right now. But I haven't
She's
seen
more
nothing where both of them are bad.
Right now, she's more problematic for me. Everything is her way. Everything is her way, including where he can prepare that unseasoned steak. I mean, she hip checked the man to send him to the other side of the counter. He already set up. He already set up getting the steaks together. And then you
And
go hip check him.
I worked nights before. And even when I work nights, there's this dreamy, you ever felt this dreamy feel like I'm awake, I'm standing up, but like
Yes.
it feel like I'm not really here because you're so
Yes.
tired. You know what
Yes.
I'm talking about?
Mhm. I've done
like
that
even
before.
I'm 6 months in, getting off at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's like it's hard to get over that feeling. It's probably when I was a firefighter, but it's like he cooking a steak at this time. He
Right.
cooking this it is dreamy time. I want to drink too.
That's fine. She's trying to say it's every morning.
Mm.
She's
So I
trying to
guess
say it's every morning. It's kind of like the dude who drinks a couple beers when he's watching a football game. For me, it's not that much. But when she's saying it's every morning, is when I kind of side eye him, but only a little bit because I know Allie can exaggerate.
do you think it's because again, I haven't watched. Only thing I just saw story time on Ricky, so I don't know the
Yes.
climb across the whole. I haven't watched Kojo. I haven't watched nobody yet, but is it a problematic red flag that he went to the strip clubs when he was single with his homie?
It's the same question. And I'm not the person to ask because I used to go to a strip club at lunchtime with my friends. So I ain't gonna look at it some kind of way. If he went, fine. If the girlfriend is telling you that that was 4 months ago, then he's stopped. The lady literally said that was 4 months ago before I got with his friend Joseph. So he stopped for 4 months. How much
He should.
time do you need?
She should have asked that friend not to bring it up. Wait, so what happened after y'all got together though? Did they continue to go? That could have been very informative. Probably should have followed up that because like to me, you just got to stay straight across the board. If I'm a person that's gonna look at what you're doing when you're single, then I gotta look at everybody. If Anton bad, KD bad. You
Right,
can't you can't do that. Like
right.
so, I keep it even across the board. If KB not bad, Anton not bad. I want to
No,
see what you when you in a relationship. That's how I see it.
yeah, he's not bad at all. And just, I have friends of many flavors. So I would have a Joseph as a friend. That does not mean I'm like him, you
Well, you
know?
just perfect segue. Ooh, you just gave me the perfect segue when you said the perfect friend. Because I want to get into Madison and Joe. And
Go
that's the
ahead.
perfect segue. Because to me, Joe is the person I want as my neighbor. The
Well,
quirky white dude. When you got all the black people over at my house for the cookout and the little crazy white dude live across the street, come on over.
because you think Joe is going to be the nice one. You think Joe going to be the quirky, nice dude next door. Joe could be the one calling the authorities to get you to stop playing your music.
I see that with Joe. I see Joe like,
If
okay,
he's
so
having if he's off of a drinking bender, he gonna be like, I need you to stop playing that music, bro.
no, he gonna go home and go to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep. That's all. He gonna be over there, Joe. Joe, like, I think I hate getting into stuff like this because I know I'm not a professional, but I think something a little mentally off with Joe. And it may not be that deep. It could be just like a little touch of what's it when you're social? Nothing wrong with you mentally, but you just aren't socially aware. Autism, maybe a tiny speck a little bit. Joe is the guy who you date that you don't ask him, "Do I look fat in this dress?" I would not do that with if you date
I
Joe.
don't ask any man I date if I look fat in this dress. The mirror
You
gonna
got
tell
some
me.
man that gonna lie to you and cater to your feelings. Joe don't understand human conversation. He's gonna be like, "Yeah, you look really fat," and
No.
he's not being harmful to me. That's what I'm getting. I'm like,
He is
there's
being harmful. He is laying the pipe to this lady and he don't like her body type. He's being harmful.
at least you know I like to think, because I'm sitting here thinking, I'm just like, John, everything she just said is true. Why don't you feel that way? Articulate why don't you feel that way?
I know
I
why you
feel
don't
like
feel
that.
that way because he doesn't seem like he's maliciously doing this. He's
I
not
feel like
malicious.
I feel like this is his mildly autistic version of I'm gonna be open minded. Does
Mm.
that make sense?
It does make sense. My youngest son who's 18 is autistic, okay? Level 2 autism. So I understand where you're trying to go with it. For me, Joe just like to drink. He just have a good time with the fellas. Nothing wrong with that.
Why he did big neighbor? Him from my house. What you just said. I'm not the woman they gonna date him. I'm talking about the black friend next door. Like I think Joe, but I don't know if you heard what I said. I was trying to bring you on, and I don't know if you went to her Instagram. He could be shocked when he see her.
Oh yes, she did a Hannah.
Yeah,
She did a Hannah. She found whatever she needed to find to get herself to lose 20, 30, 40 pounds, and she looks completely different.
so let me take
He
you
has a
to.
new he has a new place too. I wonder if he still got them hunting bags of meat in the freezer though.
He has a new place.
Yeah.
I want to take you through me on the couch with my girl and my journey into Madison and Joe.
Okay.
Uh, I felt that it was the regular storyline we've seen before that he's not attracted to her, and this is going to go downhill because he's not attracted to her. I'm so glad that that whole nightmarish scene happened to where he left and went to sleep and she came in there because I'm sitting there and like I'm just watching with my girl. I'm just like, okay, I think it's true that he not all that attracted to her, but he attracted to her enough. He between her legs in the pool, they kissing. He trying to make this work. And I think that he got. I don't even think it's real. I'm talking about some extremely slight, where he just not catching on to conversations to respond away, but not nothing real in depth autism. I think that mixed together. I feel like when he got drunk, and I said this while it was playing, she handled this the wrong way. I just I was telling my girl, I said, baby, like Cinco de Mayo this year, she was super sick, and I went out by myself, and I'm getting lit. And she felt bad she didn't go with me because I'm always single on Cinco de Mayo. I'm like, why can't I have a girl on Cinco de Mayo to go out with me? I'm always, but I think it was COVID or the flu. She was sick, so she couldn't go. She felt sad. But I came back super lit. My girl was intelligent enough to not try to have a natural conversation with me. If my girl would have tried to have a natural conversation with me being that lit, I would have sounded like how Cardi B is describing Nicki Minaj's son. I would have said my favorite color is five. I said my favorite color is five. But my girl and I had a little bit too much and I had to take care of her. And then she go to sleep and then we jump up in the morning. It's a good relationship. Like you don't take these things like you understand reality. She kept questioning this man as if he's some regular sober guy. And she's mad that she's not getting the results of a regular sober guy when he clearly lives. Like you tell me because I don't know what social media is saying. Are they saying that he was 100% wrong and she was all right?
Okay, here, I don't know all of social media either, but what they and what I have said in my recaps too is that Joe went ham on the open bar.
Yeah, he
Joe
did.
had more of a relationship with the bartender than with her. He constantly at the bar. It- Constantly. She should have known when he couldn't pick a spot for them to go sit down. I already knew he was out of the loop. And then he said, "I'ma just go lay down." What I don't know how many drunk people she's had to handle. I've had
Mm,
to handle a fair share, and I agree with you. What she should have done is bring back a plate, have it covered right next to the nightstand with a bottle of water and maybe, a couple of,
Sop it up. Sop it
there,
up.
there you go. Maybe put some whatever he needs for a headache or hangover in the morning. So if he turn around and he ready to eat like he was, it would
Mhm.
have been sitting there and you take your behind to bed. No reason to talk to him. Yes, check and see if he breathing, and then you go about your business. But Joe already, I already said Joe was horrified with her taking that hair out of the back of her head. And Joe was, um, I hate to say it this way because he was not feeling her. I think he was drinking the coke. That is just my thought, because if I'm with somebody that I really am not attracted to and I got to be with them and continue the charade, I might be in my cups too.
Um, and we're gonna find out in 2 days, but I felt like Joe was drinking because of what I said before. Like he don't totally understand social things. It's very simple for him. Meet everybody. The guys are coming down. I'm saying with. I'm gonna see a drink. He not like,
How does he not know his wedding is in 3 weeks?
does he not us? He not a rational person. You saying we was just about to say we are in agreement. We are so in agreement. I'm like a regular person, like, you know what? I'm gonna get me a drink, you know, meet the guy, I'm be happy to see him. I love my girl. I want to show my girl. She gonna see how much I love her. She gonna see me hanging with a guy. She gonna see me looking over there smiling at her. She gonna like you're intentional because you care about this person. You don't think that's built into Joe. And let me tell you when I
No, it's
say I
not.
don't think it's built into Joe, I'm saying if Joe found the most attractive woman ever, he still was gonna do the same thing. I don't see that.
Or you
And
see him as still being in his cups and being what I would term the, goofy in the group,
Joe
you know.
14 to me. Joe, the same age as my son to me. He a 14 year
Okay.
old.
Okay,
That
but Joe wasn't even, didn't even realize she even left him at the bar. Anton is the one that had to tell him, "Yo, she just went to sit down." I
a
mean,
14-year-old sees what's in their face. What's in my face right now? I'm laughing, joking with Anton. That's all I see. I don't even know I got a girlfriend. I don't even know I'm on the show. Joe not I'm gonna see his girl. Joe didn't see the cameras. Joe didn't see the microphone. Oh, Joe saw what's right in my face. That's how I see Joe.
Joe was sober enough to get himself to the right room and the right bed.
Now we finna move to something else I want to talk about. I'm glad you brought that up. Comparing Joe to the people I know and myself, when I get that lit, I give him an A+. Let's look at this. Joe said, "Yeah, I think I had too much. I'm gonna go in the room and go to sleep." I would have never said that. I'd have kept drinking so that y'all they would have carried me to the room. Like I'm looking at Joe. Joe woke up and enunciated every single word. That would not have been me or the people I've met in my life. I'm like, hold on, let me relook at this. Like just on just the alcohol, you don't give Joe a
He didn't know what time of day it was. It's like, "Whoa, what you doing? It's only been
man.
5 minutes."
I done that many times. He asked though. He asked. Yeah, what's
And
on
then
your
he
mind?
tells her, "Come to bed." And the minute she comes to bed, he gets out the bed. Joe was out of it.
Yes, he was completely out of it, saying it, every syllable, enunciating everything. Joe's enunciation was so great. I was like, maybe it ain't alcohol. Maybe he took a pill or something. Cause
That's
like,
what the internet is saying, that Joe is on more than just alcohol.
I don't know how you can get that drunk and talk as clear as he did.
That's what the internet
Whatever
saying.
he was
I'm not going to say that he's on foreign
on.
foreign soil. I don't know what he has access to, but you know, alcohol, affects different people differently. That's what I'm going to
Check it
say.
out. Like how many people you know in your time on Earth, and then all the shows you watch would get that level drunk and get disrespectful. He never got disrespectful to her.
But then again, there are different kinds of drunk. There are people that get drunk and cry. There are people that get drunk that are the life of the party. There are people that get drunk and get sleepy.
What
And
kind of drunk
Joe
do you
got
think Joe is?
sleepy.
He got sleep, but no, Joe, two of them. Sleepy, happy. That's the perfect neighbor. I'm standing on that. That's the perfect neighbor. He gonna come, we gonna have fun. That's my crazy white friend. You know he live
We
across the street.
we had this
He
we
gonna go
had this
home.
talk. We had this talk about previously about who's invited to the cookout from the Love Is Blind family, and I had to you were given, and I had to throw in Amber and Barnett. You remember?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, Barnett, yeah. Joe can come to my cookout. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want Joe at my cookout with a girl, because like I'm the one thing I'm gonna take from this conversation with you, I think if Joe was extremely attracted, like she was like the perfect woman for him, he was gonna act the same way at that first meetup. I just don't
No.
think he got
I
it. I
think he
don't
would
think
have
he
been
got
all over her. He would have been all over her because he can't connect the face with the voice. He would have been more all over her.
What's the other thing? Like you point something in somebody's face and they got to follow. They like the little cat. He got to follow the light.
Mm.
I'm extremely attracted to her. I'm so great with her. Pointing that little light in his face, the little light being Anton, the guys over here drinking. He gonna go follow it. He gonna follow it. And if he really attracted her, she could touch him on the shoulder. Hey, babe. He can go back to her. But I think that he just, from what I'm seeing,
I want to know why Joe proposed in the first place.
Yeah. So this one, I'm like, I have never been the type before I go on YouTube to go back and watch, and I want to add that in because I do want to go back and watch because I have forgotten their conversations in the pods. The next couple on here, you can do
Yeah,
most
I
of the
can't even
cards because
see it.
I did a video on this. KB and Edmund.
Oh God.
What did you say about KB and Edmund?
First of all, I said shame on you, Netflix and production, for exploiting Edmund. But I also said Edmund is a grown man. He has college degrees. He has played Division II football. So he knows what he signed up for. Okay? But I did not need to see Edmund and his antics on my television show. Okay? Um KB also knows his antics, and at this point she knows it well. KB has decided to continue with this, and I was shocked when she saw him and she responded the way she did. And I said, "Okay, this could have legs. This can go somewhere. It ain't for me, but it's for KB." Um I thought I was very, very disappointed in him with his outburst at, the vacation about not having access. He was fixated on her one night stands when she also told him she made people wait even up to 9 months. So he was, as you said, fixated on what was in front of him and what was, in his mind. Um, for KB, sometimes we need to keep the mystery. You know this man for 10 days. He does not need to know your entire past. Okay. He needs to know what you tell him. And I didn't think she needed to tell him all of that like right now. But I just don't know. I would like to. Here's what I think KB saw in him. And most people find I'm odd when I say this. I think KB was kind of on the fence with him, but I don't know that for sure. But I felt like when KB talked about how did Edmund find it in him to forgive his mom and to go on with the life, and she has not found that within herself to forgive her dad, I think is where she may thought he was, more emotionally elevated than him, or more emotionally he was more emotionally mature than she was. And I
She
think
thought that?
that's huh?
She said she thought that he was more emotionally
No,
mature?
she said when she was talking to him, you heard that when she was
Mm.
like, "How did you get there? I'm not even there. How do you know that she loved you? I have an absent father." And you can hear in that conversation, I felt that from her when she was like, "Huh, okay." And then they continued if the sequence of events is as it was. But again, I think that that moment is where she kind of saw Edmund as emotionally, I guess, further down the road than her, as far as forgiving a parent who was absent.
Mm. Did you see her interview with AD? It dropped today. I watched that.
Yeah, I saw it. They setting up to be the next Ashley. Where
Yeah.
Ashley couldn't be, and they setting up to take over the show while AD is on leave. That's my thoughts.
I feel like that told me more. I'm not saying it changed anything, but it just confirmed a lot of things. Like I can see KB easily going through college. I can see her graduating from FSU, Florida State University, because KB brain is I'll wait around. It'll take me longer to make a decision. But once I make that decision, I'm locked in. Once I make the decision to go to college, I'm seeing this all the way. I'm walking when she signed up to go to college, 100%. I bet all my money she'll graduate. What makes me scared is she took that to this show.
Yeah.
I don't care if he come out with one eyeball. I don't care if he come out complete opposite. She kept preaching she want a man that can lead, and this is the exact opposite. But her brain is when I sign up to something, I'm gonna see it all the way through. So if this
Did
guy cries because he can't get none of my poo nanny, I'm gonna pivot, learn how to do it, and get all the way through. And the way that AD was trying to put down Edmund, the way KB articulated things got me worried that she did marry him. I have not heard her bash at him in no interview. And that scares me because the stereotype they put about black women that they aren't open to new things and they just want one kind of guy. I love this about KB and me loving this about her. I want her to have the kind of guy she deserves. And she does
So you
not
don't
deserve
think she
that.
deserves Edmund?
No, because only because not because of the jokes and the big blog stuff we joke about him. That's funny entertainment for us. But in reality, there's so much this man needs to fix from his trauma. And she don't deserve to go into the relationship when she has always wanted to have a man take care of her. At least she's not even talking about money and all this stuff. She talking about mentally. A man lead that she got to have a broken project.
How do we know he's broken? I see Edmund as performative. That meeting with his mother. Oh, Edmund knows how to sit still and knows when and how to behave. He is performative, at least in my eyes. So all these other antics, Edmund went out there and he is a realtor. He passed the real estate boards in Denver, in Colorado. That ain't no easy feat. So I see all this other stuff performative. When I saw him know how to sit still and listen while his mother visited, I said, I see you, Edmund. I see you. That couples mixer when everybody came from inside the pods, I see you. You're doing this to get a rise out of folks.
Why?
You huh?
Why? The why
For
is maybe that's why he broken. Why do you need to get a rise out of people? You did a find love. Why?
again, how else am I gonna be on TV if I'm not performative?
I see a realtor is two things, not one thing.
Okay.
Um, there's nothing social about passing tests. I done had my
Okay.
life insurance license, PNC license. I done had every license for the state of Georgia, pass them all on my first time. That has nothing to do how I relate to people. I think, because remember, AD was a realtor. I think Edmund would be a far better realtor than all the realtors on ever been on Love Is Blind because the brain capacity to be intelligent to pass a test, and then what you're saying, the performative. I can see him inside that empty, beautiful house with that colorful shirt on. I can see that loving married couple following his every words. I can see Edmund knowing everything about the fucking kind of paint and what it does when you dim the lights and all of this stuff. I can
And
see,
relating to his customers, getting his paperwork correct and done. I mean,
yes,
real estate ain't no, you know,
yes. He has that personality. That's a perfect job for him. I can no shade, no shade,
but
but
he ain't
like
showing up to a showing wearing a toilet paper outfit.
I'm not gonna disagree with you or agree with you because you just said something new I didn't think about. So I want to leave here and be like, oh man, we really do a deep dive tonight about what you said. So I want to do a deep dive into that. So I don't have
That's
no
fine.
opinion
You
one
know, we
way.
never argue for real.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, let me suck that in because what if she put me on to something I didn't think about? But I will say, as of right now, it appeared to me that that man was extremely hurt about her sleeping with other people. Now you
Yes.
saw my video. I would love your opinion. I'm like, I'm finna snitch on everybody. 99% of men would have felt the same way he did. We just would have we would have handled it differently. 99.9% of men would have felt the same way he did.
And the 0.1% would have listened to the whole thing and heard her say she also made men wait. She also said that she's made men wait. So he's fixated on the ones who has had access because the men on the show have had access to their fiance. I understand what he's saying. I am more committed to
Oh,
you than any of those other men.
uh-uh. Oh, you. It
Oh,
broke
I'm
up.
more,
You there?
oh yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
She also said that, but he's fixated on the lack of access. And I kind of understand, and I'm glad they had that conversation. But for me, it's like, uh, he he focused on one thing when she told him both. I have had one night stands and I've had people wait. I'm just asking for you to wait the 3 weeks, 30 days.
I
Did
just
did you
I
watch
felt
Friends?
like,
Did you watch Friends?
did I watch Friends?
Yeah, Love is Blind Friends.
No, I watched the first 3 episodes and got so
We
busy. I
we had a man sneaking a woman into his room in the hotel and got kicked out the pods on Friends. And not even a woman from the pods, a woman he met that night, a one night stand.
idiot.
So
Dang.
I gotta ask Edmund, why is waiting 30 days not enough?
This was I do have a video. Matter of fact, it's on private. I'm gonna show. I'll send it to you because I was like, I got a little bit too personal on that one, so I didn't put it out. Um, my stance on this is that, like, I look at how he feels, not what he said. Like what he said was 1,000% wrong. His feelings about her sleeping with other guys on the first date, and you're making me wait, and how it relates to other guys. I look at that as like everybody does that. Everybody feels that way. If I'm like, yeah, man, like I remember I fell in love with this girl, and we was just we used to just drive around all day. We go to the gas one out in our car. We know we going, we just in love like that. If I say that to a woman, if I don't do that with her, she gonna feel inadequate in that moment. I don't think it's nothing wrong with the way he felt. I feel like it's something wrong with how he dealt with it. Everybody in any relationship is gonna feel a certain way if they know that you did any minute thing with somebody in your past that you haven't done with them in your present. I had
I
somebody I dated
I
on that.
understand that, but I don't ask about exes because I don't want you asking me.
Everybody ain't mature as you are because you handle it the right way. I don't I don't like talking about what me and my exes did because if I dated them, I really cared about them at that time. And I am a creative romantic person. So I don't want to say that and then like the person I'm with get that in their mind. I just stay away from it like you do. So I never thought about it until you said it, like I know why she told him. We get married in a short time. I'm gonna say everything. I'm a throw up. I'm gonna regurgitate everything. I get it. She had good intentions telling him everything. I feel like she didn't gauge the insecurity while she looking for a
Right.
man who's not insecure. She didn't gauge the insecurity, and his insecurity is to the extreme. I've seen the video I got on private. I go off on the topic of being a nice guy. Who cares? Who cares if you're a nice, if you're quote unquote nice guy? That's like one mini minuscule thing. Like what makes you great for a woman to date? Okay, Edmund, what do you mean in detail? I go over this in the video that I never put out. I say, okay, what make Edmund a quote unquote nice guy? All right, from what I'm assuming, he looks like a man that will be monogamous. I can't name nothing else. He lick feet. What else makes him nice? And if the fact that you will be monogamous is one of the only thing that makes you nice, why should a woman marry you if you're monogamous and you eat your own boogers?
She don't know that, but KB said in other interviews that she told him in the pods that she wanted to wait until they were married.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna get pushed back on this.
Yeah.
I just believe if a woman feeling that, they're gonna break their rule.
And many people think that too. Ladies do the same thing with men. Men say that they stand for something, and the ladies are like, you know what? I'm gonna change his mind.
Yeah, and I don't feel like he did anything at all to make her break her rule, but I feel like man, like if KB was out there with all those women and she was looking across and she was like, wow, that's my man. Like, and she felt everything, all every checklist bolting out. That made love that night. But I got something. I've been thinking about this all day. I was like, why don't I want a woman to tell me this? Do I mind waiting? No, I've waited before. But why don't I want a woman to tell me this? I don't like planned sex. So if I'm in his shoes, yeah, we can wait to get like to me, if we feel that I want us to do it, if it's firing on all cylinders, because I feel like the reason you don't want to have sex is because you can have sex before that and then don't work out. Well, wouldn't that be true? That it would be bad that you have sex after that, if it's before or after. So I'm like, I don't want no rules. I'm not trying to have sex with you. I'm trying to marry you. I'm trying to, if I got to sign a legal document, I don't care about they show these cameras. I got to sign a legal document. So if I go to marriage, I was thinking today, she got on a white dress, all family dancing and stuff. It's like playing sex. Like she want to have sex tonight. And that makes me lose interest because I don't even like trailers. I don't like nothing planned. So I'm just like, all right, if we gonna wait to marriage, let's not let it be as soon as we get married unless we feel it. I still want I don't want my first time making love to you to be planned. That's a turn off to me. Just John in particular. It's a turn off.
Okay, understood. Here's my
You understand what I'm saying?
here's where I had an issue with it. If she, says she wants to wait till marriage, I had a problem with her saying that they were still doing 24 play.
What you mean?
They were doing everything but. She said that. They're
Oh,
still doing all
I ain't
kinds
catch
of
that.
stuff. They're still doing all kinds of stuff, just not the final act. So I'm like, that is confusing the man. Any man. It's confusing to me. If you want to abstain, I think you should fully abstain, but that's just me.
I have a issue with the final argument. That's why I'm like, I hate that I'm pulling out my phone and hitting record. I love the old John when I can plan stuff because I miss so much stuff. The problem I have with the final argument is that, like I told my girl, he gonna nut the fuck up. He's an emotional guy. He proved me right. He nut the fuck up about her sleeping with guys on the first night. The final argument when he told people that she never said that to him, that is a perfect setup for his second nut up.
Yeah.
He showed me that he learned. He was quiet. He was chilling, and she was extremely upset. I'm not saying that she probably shouldn't have been upset or whatever, but I'm just saying that, like, I didn't think he was capable of that. I honestly didn't think, especially
Oh,
that
I
fast.
knew. Oh,
You
I
knew?
knew. That meeting
Oh
with the
yeah,
mama.
your theory.
That meeting with the mama when he got real quiet. You know what a learned behavior for a child who does that when you get
Yeah.
real quiet around a parent. Like you don't even we didn't even hear him sneeze around his mother while she's speaking. So we know that could be a trauma response. It could
Yeah.
be observational too. I need to pay attention to you so I can move or take care of you or whatever needs to be done. You know.
Oh, you're saying, see, you like enlighten me tonight. You're saying he learned from that first conversation and got the evidence, and he know what to do, and he know to chill. Is that what you're saying?
She exhibited I'm saying when she da 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 da, he knows when I'm guessing y'all, I don't know his mother. When mama and people around him go da 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 da, be quiet, be silent, be still.
Hmm.
It is a trauma response, in my estimation.
Well, why didn't he do that the first time?
Because the first time she kept asking for a response. Remember, she kept asking, well, what did it? Da, 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 da. And he's like, I'm a good guy, and he didn't want to talk about it. But when you push him to
Yeah, you're
respond,
right. She did. She did keep asking. Yeah.
right, when you push him to respond, he cannot get away with just being quiet or still. It's like, but she wasn't loud. I'm saying when she get loud or whatever is when it would trigger him to be quiet. Because when the mama said, oh, her daughter-in-laws run crying to her sons and all that stuff, I was like, I'm glad I saw his mother. It told me a whole lot. It told me about his behavior pattern and how he reacts to the woman in his life. That's what it told me. And being in foster care several times, he learned to be a people pleaser because he doesn't want to be.
Like, this is very enlightening to me, and this is why this was the one show I fell in love with that I wanted to go on YouTube about. Because like I love learning, and I'm like, you just saying all this shit I never even thought of. So let me ask you, if they got married, from what you're saying to me, he more so gonna do what he did during the second argument than what he did the first argument.
Right.
Mm.
He'd be quiet. But what he does need, what Edmund does need, what I like about him is he's vocal in telling you what he needs. He needs you to say something nice. He needs you to affirm when he is being good. Like when he gave her the rollerblades and she was happy for that and she was happy to come into his rollerblading world. He needs that at least one time a day. He just needs to feel like, you do appreciate him. That's all he needs, really. And you see how he was jumping into the cupboard and da 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 da, and she's like, "Are you doing this? Really?" She ain't even, whatever. It was innocent fun. And that's how it's going to be with him. He may
That
be
was
more
telling to
animated.
me. It was telling to me, and I put that in my video. Like the one time I saw him stand up like a man, even though he didn't do it in a manly way, was when she was trying to get him to be quiet, but he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna say how I feel," and he wanted her to know, the other girl to know that she should have chose. Was it Jake or whatever the other guy was, the half Mexican
Brendan.
looking guy?
He was telling
He
Annie
was.
should have showed Brendan.
You can stop him. I want to talk about this. And I'm gonna go in depth. And I was like, you're being masculine at the wrong time. Why you can't be this when it's your business with her?
He was masculine too when it was his business with Madison when he told her, "Go find your man because I want to spend time with my woman." She's like, "Oh, you rubbing her feet. Should I leave y'all alone?" He's like, "Yes, go find your
Both of
man."
those examples are other people. None of those
Yes.
examples, mine or yours, is KB.
Because when would Edmund ever buck up on his mama?
Mm.
So would he buck up on the woman in his life? No. I don't see it in the way you're saying it. But he
Yeah.
did, spill out his emotions in that vulnerable time on the
Trying
bed
to
about
stop him.
access. But
He was ignoring KB. She was trying to stop him.
right.
Do you, do you think they're getting married? Like when I look at the audience and how insane this looks, it's like, heck no, it's an easy answer. But when I look at this AD interview, KB shows me I follow things through. Because right now it's been more than enough to never put on a dress, and we know for a fact she's gonna put on the dress. Do you
Yes.
think they're gonna go all the way?
Okay. There are two methods of this. They could go all the way. Okay? Because KB, sorry, I almost said AD. KB is showing us that she's willing to stay the course with him. Even with his outburst, she said, she was fine to stay in the room with him. She did go on the terrace, she said. She spent the night out on the terrace or whatever, but she never felt uncomfortable around him. And in looking at her behavior pattern, even though it's not what we would choose, I could
Mhm.
see her saying yes to him. I know he gonna say yes to her. It would flip the table for me if Edmund was the no. That is where I would be shocked if he was the no. We're all looking at saying, okay, Calibria is gonna be a no. She ain't gonna marry this man. But could you imagine if she's the yes first and then Edmund is a no? That's what gonna flip my table. But um, I could see that whether they stay together or not, I don't know if their lifestyles in the real world gonna match up. I don't know
Well,
if their lifestyles will match.
I gotta answer this. But I want you to think about this right here. I disagree with you that he's not good for TV. So think about that when I come right back, okay?
Think about that. Okay, y'all. He's leaving me here. Y'all, make sure you do like the live. This was impromptu. I wasn't expecting to be here. I was on my member live. And then saw he was live and say, "Hey, let me just come on up." Edmund, good for TV. I don't know. I need to know if he is performative or if he's performing for us or if this is intentionally how he behaves. I when I talk about Edmund, I talk about so gently. As I said, I have a son who is autistic, and I'm not diagnosing Edmund by any means. It is good for us to see him, but I don't think everything we're shown of him needs to be seen. Now, I cover Love is Blinds internationally as well. So there are certain things that they do leave out that they intentionally show with us. But Edmund, if he's good for TV, I think it's good for us to actually see the quirky young man find love. It is good for us to see the quirky young man find love. But I do not need to see him kissing the floor or telling me that he eats his boogers. That just is his fashion alone. Him jumping over the couch is enough for me. I did not need to see the extra stuff. The toilet paper outfit was enough for me.
Oh, I didn't think I have comments. So okay, people are here.
Yeah, people are here
I want to
commenting.
say, I want to say, like, man, I be getting this reputation that John just think he know everything. The best part of my life is you saying all of this stuff that I never thought about. That like when the live over, I got some new stuff to think about. I'm a big nerd. I love
Yes,
learning. I love seeing different people's point
that's
of
why I
view.
look at everything too, and that's why
Yeah.
my husband, we look at it too, and it's like many a thing clicked for us when we saw his visit with his mom. And not to put all my husband's business out there, my husband was in foster care for the longest time for his life. So
Hmm.
that's where our foster care thought process comes from. So we see that. My issue too with Edmund's mama is her revisionist history, but she don't know that what Edmund has told us. She don't know that the cameras know that he's been in foster care, in and out of foster care most of his life. She don't know that we know. When she talking about, oh, just can't let anyone have my sons. We know the foster care system have had your sons, man. That is where I'm a little bit scared of the whole revisionist history. But I'd
I
like to know if it's Edmund the baby. I don't know. Is Edmund the baby or the eldest? We
I
don't
think she
know.
thinks he's the baby, even if he not. He'd be the third one. She treats him like the baby.
Yeah, she
Yo,
does.
the fact that you just said that his mom said, what did you just say? You said his mom said, um,
She can't let anyone have her babies.
yes. I'm like, okay, I gotta have a talk with my girl. Me and you having a little bit too much fun, laughing, watching Love is Blind because I'm missing some big stuff. That would have stood out if I heard that. I did not know that. She said that.
Yes, when she was talking to Calibria, when she was talking, she was like, I like you, and I just can't let anybody have my boys. I raised them to who they are today, and you
Mm,
listen to her,
mm.
listen to Mama, and then Mama, is saying, I don't want you ratting me out to my son. The choice of words to me. Now, this is my husband's my second husband, but my first husband, his mom and I were road dogs. We love each other. I mean, we
Mhm.
used to, hey, what you doing? So I'm coming to pick you up in an hour. We gone all day. But I would never have any, she would never say, don't go rat me out to my child. The choice of words. Why are you running home crying? Why is your daughter-in-law's running home crying? To me, that behavior pattern tells me, you
Control?
know, it's not only control, it tells me, what are you doing that your sons know who you are and have experienced you. Are you trying to do something that your sons would not agree with?
You want to be in that life so much. Like, mm. My mom cool. My mom check in. My mom don't like nobody I date until they've been around for a while. She come over and check them out, see them. And when she see they good, she cool with them. But my mama, she don't want to be all up in my business like that. She just want her son to be happy.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm happy
You
for
know,
her.
you
But
know.
my thing is, that was for Edmund to check his mama. And I said, Edmund, you're not putting the boundaries on your mama. Like, mama, why would you want my woman keeping secrets from me? Why would you want us to have that kind of relationship? But
I,
Edmund, he ain't never going to check his mama.
Look, before I answer my phone call, the first thing you said about this whole segment was you didn't think he belonged on TV. You saw my video. This is gonna make me sound cruel, but I live as the world exists, not as it should be.
I
Edmund,
understand.
Edmund is the from a mayonnaise blend. If I work for Netflix and I got to go to my meetings and I'm gonna get in trouble because season 8 was so mayonnaise and bland, Edmund is the greatest gift of all time for season 9.
But yes, but do you have to put bows, stickers, and wrapping paper on that gift? Okay, he is a gift without the booger eating, and he is a gift without kissing the floor. So that's where I am. You're putting too much on this gift.
Because
That's
you
it.
got in trouble. You got in trouble for see, you know what
Real.
I'm saying?
Where's Edmund's interviews? We up with AD. We on People. We all over the place. Where's Edmund's interview?
Oh, I know. Oh, okay. So this is something I thought about. I don't expect Edmund on any interview. I expect Edmund is this made me sound even worse. I think Edmund is going crazy, having a mental breakdown, crying in the corner. Look at what made him go off about her sleeping with some dude on a one night stand. You don't think Edmund is having an extremely rough time right now?
Not if they married.
Yeah, even if they marry, because the one reason I don't want her to marry him is that she got to be the Rock. And right now,
Does
so
she?
let's
Does
say
she?
they married.
Does she have to be the
She
Rock?
telling him right now, you with me, baby, we good. I got your back. Anybody like I got you, we good. She over there being the Rock. She over there being the quote unquote man. I'm trying not to make it sexist, but
Well, she
like
wanted
she
50-50.
hmm,
She wanted 50-50.
just not 50-50. Not mentally. Probably 50-50 financially. Maybe he even make even more. It's not 50-50 mentally. No.
Really?
What happens? I'm gonna name something simple to you. What happens when she had a bad case, a horrible family, and she think the mom should have got the baby, but they gave him back to the abusive father on the social worker. And then a house she thought was gonna sell didn't sell. And she walked in that door at 6 p.m. and she had a horrible day. She
He
got the wrong guy.
understands. Remember, he wants to be that substitute teacher to also save those kids like his teacher saved him. So he
You're right,
would
but he not.
understand.
What
He
did
would
he
understand.
show? What did he show that when she have that everybody have bad day. I got bad days. I don't do right at work. My girl, we got to be each other rock to lift each other up. What happened when she walk in the house at 6 p.m.? Bad case work. I ain't sell this house. What does he say? We know she got him. What does he say?
Well, he could have fixed dinner, okay? And he could sit there and be quiet and listen. Because sometimes when you have a rough day, all you need to do is get it out. You don't need, and I understand where you're thinking, and I'm
Mhm.
thinking you're coming from the male point of view of you have to fix everything. You don't have to fix it. Sometimes you just need to let us just get it out. It
See,
can't be fixed.
let's make it specific. We're talking about them two, not just in general. Do you think that's enough for KB from the KB that you saw?
For her, remember, she has had moments where him listening was enough. She has had a moment where him just listening to her talk about things is enough. So I think it is manageable. Should they manage it? Heck no, not for me. Not for me. But I'm saying the visit with his mother and his reaction the second time around, I think he showed me that he knows when to act up and act out and when not to. He can regulate himself.
So I don't want her to marry him, right? I want better for her. People can say I'm always singing for the guys, but let's say she does marry him.
Why don't you
Um,
want better for him?
I think that would be great for him, but it would come at a toll on her mentally. I see him as what she wants that can lead, that can be alpha, all that. If he was just a little bit, I'd be like, go for it, girl, because you can work with that. I just in my brain on what she wants, he way down here. I'm not talking about how he dressed. I'm not talking about him being eccentric. I'm not talking about him being silly. I'm talking about on that mental, how she feels on the protection. That part is so low. It makes me feel bad. I want somebody to get some of what they want. Get a little bit of what you want. You might
But
not
he
get
could
it
be
all.
he could be happy that she is coming home to him. She go do her interviews, she go do whatever, her Instagram photo shoot, and then she come back home to him.
If anybody, so if I'm positive, if I'm optimistic from what you're saying, if anybody can work with them deck of cards, KB showed me she's the person that she can. So if she come out on this reunion and she say this whole year how they worked through stuff, they happy, I will honestly be happy for both of them. You know what I'm
I need
saying?
to
Like,
hear from Edmund's exes.
you think he got exes? You think he got
I
one
I
man?
think here's what I thought at first when they put out the whole "I eat my boogers." I said this man is diabolical because ain't no ex gonna come up front and claim to be your ex after hearing you eat your boogers. That's what I thought.
Because anybody, I don't think he has exes. I think he had girls that he was in situationships or whatever. You know, he take care of himself. He in shape. He got muscle, whatever, and then that
E-
facade wears off.
Even if I wanted to blow up his spot, I won't because people will be looking at me sideways. Because oh, you was with the booger eating man. See, I thought it was all a scam.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
I thought it
But
was
I
all
get
a
it.
scam. But hey,
Look,
um, yeah, Edmund is good for TV. I don't like that they have used him in such a manner, and they didn't need to show all of that. He would be good TV without the booger eating and the kissing the floor and stuff like that.
so I'm gonna ask you, what would you rather do, Annie and Nick or Megan and Jordan? I got some.
Annie and Nick. I love Annie and Nick.
Oh my God, I gotta hear this. Wait, let me make sure I'm. You love Annie and Nick? Go. I'm all ears.
This is a complete crash and burn. I love it.
Oh, this is your entertainment moment. Okay, okay. You threw me off
But
at the first.
hey, 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 hey. Did you I talk about it on my live. Um Nick's toys in that garage. People ain't documenting. Nick got some expensive habits. That car alone, that vintage car alone is over a mil. It is worth over a mil. I mean,
That's not shocking. I think that's what people not talking about. It's not shocking. Like, I'm
that
thinking, duh.
luxury
Like he,
watch sales is very lucrative. That boat,
oh,
with the sale that he says he's a size queen, that boat is very expensive. Okay.
spoiled white rich kid. Like it's not shocking. Um, I was interested. I saw somebody. It had to been the only person I've actually watched was Storytime Ricky because she's on Instagram. And Instagram don't take that long, but it was interesting. Storytime Ricky was saying, "What the heck is up with her? He didn't do anything wrong. She's tripping for no reason." And it lead me to and for comment on Ricky stuff, and I got a lot of likes on him. Just like he's saying everything perfect. If you transcribe everything Nick says, you're not gonna find nothing wrong with it.
No, it's how you receive it.
Where there's no emotions. I babe, I just want to let you know that I love you. Just lay here with me. This is some good shit if you just read it. But like there's no facial expression in it. There's no nothing. It's not
That
it's not real.
that's my
There's no
problem with it. It was no emotion behind it. It felt robotic. It felt like I know what to say to soothe you, to calm you down, so you don't spiral.
so are people seeing that online or are they thinking that Nick is great and she tripping?
They see in your chat they say he a robot.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Thank I'm sorry. I'm so worried. I thought I was gonna go crazy. I'm like, do not wait for Nick to say nothing wrong. I told my girl, came out of the room, I looked at her. I said, Nick issued an apology. Do you think I'm surprised? No. Because that's what you do. You issue an apology. I was so wrong to the LGBTQ community. No emotions,
He
no
did the same
passion,
to he did the same to her.
but she's perfect for him. She's perfect
He did the
because
same to Brennan.
she's the type of woman that if she had a great guy who doing everything right because of her past, she'd be worried and she may cause a little drama for no reason, in my opinion. So
Yeah, because she
I feel like he picked up exact perfect person for him
but
to drive
he's
her
still a
crazy,
problem.
to get to gaslight her.
Right, he's still a problem. And again, meeting appearance, seeing his mama. Oh, I see exactly why he is the way he is. Mama runs that household with iron fist. Ain't nobody else can speak when she speaks.
I felt glad that he the type of dude to use her for TV and leave her. So I'm like, oh, cool, she gonna be hurt, but at least she can learn and she'll meet somebody. But now I'm worried because the kind of family he got, and he know this control he got over her. When meeting his whole family, I'm thinking Nick staying. I'm thinking Nick gonna get killed. Not for the
The
right
thing
reason.
is, where he is in Colorado too is where the wealthy live. So Annie could be also seeing herself as upgrading.
Yes, and taking on things like I don't think Annie intelligent enough to know. She feels something wrong, but she can't place what's wrong.
Right, and especially since her dad says she need a manly man, but we see Nick, but Nick is also in the shop helping with the little construction thing she needs around the shop. So even though she feeling something wrong, what she's seeing, is confusing her.
But Nick never gonna like of all the stuff we don't know what's about to happen. One thing I feel confident about, I feel confident Nick not gonna say nothing wrong.
Right. But again, he is from a Bible Belt family, and in did his brother say nothing? Not that we heard of, but even his dad wasn't saying anything wrong, and a lack of emotion.
That's the worst person she could have met on the show, and that's what made me feel like this is crazy how stars align. The worst person for her personality would have been somebody like Nick. She is always hunting for something wrong, and she not gonna find it because it's right in her face. It's right
But
in
I
his face.
but I don't think Brendan would have been any better for her.
I don't either. I think Brendan check oh, well, can't wait. You love, hear my, analogy about this. I think Brendan is the nicer version of the guy Jackie got with.
Oh,
Remember Jackie in
yes,
Seattle, the Marshall?
yes.
That
Cabbage
guy
ears,
played his
cabbage
badness
ears.
on his sleeve. "Oh, I'm Mr. Steal Your Girl."
Yes.
Brendan, I wanna win, but I'm a little nice in trying to win. I think it
Was
was more
he?
about winning. Was he what?
Was Brendan nice?
Not to me, but I
Okay,
think
not
that
to me either.
he put up a more valiant effort than I forget his name, the guy that got Jackie.
Was it Joshua?
I don't know, he had a cauliflower ear,
Yeah,
MMA
that's what I
martial.
meant. Cabbage. I said cabbage ear, but cauliflower ear, the wrestling
Yeah.
ear. Yeah, I
Like,
know who
we
you're
knew
talking
he
about.
was bad, but I just think that he wanted to win because I agree with her. I think that she was way more passionate than I was, but because she kept firing on about, why did he wait till last minute? I'm more thinking like, you should have jumped up there a little bit faster if you really felt that way. I just feel like
Brendan Moore talked about the house they were going to build, the front door, how it was going to look, and Brendan did not talk about the foundation of that house.
exactly. That's fucking poetry what you just said. But like when he said the house again, like, bro, you're in your last thread. This is what you want to say. You got to go more in depth. But the way you put it is way better. I was like, she her two guys were doomed. But at least if she would have chose the other guy, Brendan, she would have had a reason that she can place that this not gonna work out.
Yeah.
She chose the guy. He not gonna give you a reason. He not gonna say
No.
nothing wrong.
No, he's not. He's not gonna give her a reason. And since he told her the night where she had a little spiral like Joe, he
Mhm.
told her, "Hey, me and the guys, we all kind of nervous about, making it to the altar. We don't know if we'll be a yes." He filed that away, and he ain't never gonna make that mistake again.
Yeah. Um, yeah, Nick, and the fact that Nick answered on social media told me everything I want to know about him. Now, Megan and Jordan, look, this is not a great place to be to say that you're the best guy on the show this season because this is a horrible trash season as far as relationship. But if I had to go with the best guy so of the group I'm working with, I'm gonna say it's Jordan. I'm not saying he great. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying with the guy who better than Jordan that we working with here.
Oh, I'm not saying who better than. Okay, I'm not saying who
I'm just
better
saying,
than.
like, for the cash we got, and I know Netflix gave us trash because
You mean
Netflix said,
who is in a couple, not who's left?
"Who's in a couple? Who's in a couple?" Would be Jordan. They were saying they were calling Jordan the gold digger online. Jordan looked at her like, "You ain't got to buy
No,
my son that. You ain't got to buy my. You ain't got to do like Jordan real." I
he
just
didn't
don't
want the
think that.
Cartier watch.
I think that Megan is the nicest superficial person that's ever been on the show. She's superficial, want the money, want the guy of all that bad category. She's the best person in that horrible category. Imagine Megan, Sparkle Megan, hanging out with we going back to Texas. They did a couple seasons in Texas. I don't know which one, but the Texas I'm talking about, who dated the ball guy with the bad
Izzy,
credit? Yeah, who dated Izzy?
wasn't it Sarah or
Whoever it was, that's who Megan hangs with in real life. She hangs
okay,
with people like her.
okay.
So I'm saying in that category, Megan would be the nicest one. You know what I'm saying? She let her
I
stuff
got
be
issues
known.
with both of them.
I got issues. I just don't think that they should be together. I just think that Megan should try harder to find that guy and that elite status that you're looking for, so you don't come back and get a divorce for something that you should have never got married for. And I think that the same thing about him. I think that Jordan would be a great husband
It
for somebody.
it right, it could work. It could work with them. It could. The way
It's
they're
on Megan though.
presenting.
It's not on Jordan for it to work. It's on Megan. As long as he don't give her no chicken,
Oh, Crystal
check.
Light and Water.
How is it on Jordan?
How is what?
You said you think it could work. I said I think it's on Megan only if it's gonna work or not.
It's on Jordan too. Jordan has to release his thoughts on money and money being control. What he can do, what he could say, she's throwing out some big figures, and I think she's being financially insensitive. And when she was saying, "Oh, I'll sell my 1.5, and all we need is a loan for 500,000," wow, the way Jordan lives does not say that he can co-sign on $500,000. So what he should have said is, "Listen, you already moving back to Colorado. I think it's best if we stay within the 1.5 so that there's no need for additional funds or mortgage."
Right before you came on, we talked about Antoine. I was talking about Antoine, and I didn't see you in my chat, so I was going on a little spiel about I don't understand what broke means anymore in America because Anton has a nice job. So I was going on a tangent about like I think broke is if you make less than a woman. That's how America's showing me.
No,
If you make $100,000, you make
if you don't
150,000, you fucking broke.
no,
Because
it's if your disposable income. For me, it's disposable income. For me, though, where Jordan, is a concern for me is that snip at 25,
what's that?
his vasectomy at 25.
Wait, how old is he?
He's 29.
That's 4 years. 5 years, you get
Right,
reversal.
right,
That's 4 years. That's because
right.
I knew about the vasectomy, but I never did the years. But like if you like 1 or 2 years, but like that's what I'm saying. Like how much is I don't want Megan to mold herself. Like you're already molding down financially, right? Because that's not the financial guy you wanted. But like
I think he got
science doesn't
I
science.
think I think he got it snipped so that he wouldn't be caught out there with another kid, so that he could be wilding out here and ain't getting
Oh, you
called
think
before the
Jordan
court.
a party animal?
I
That's worse
mean,
than Anton. At least Anton, you saw me strip club. What in the world about Jordan personality other than his leg tatted all up that he's a party animal? He gave his son his bedroom.
as he should as a parent. My thing is, what 25-year-old young man is doing that
A
after
25-year-old man who like I had a son way too early.
yes, but there are many 25-year-old young men who have a son way too early that don't go get snipped.
You could be right, but what you're saying, I would say I need to see more. I say I wait till my
Understood.
dad.
Understood.
No,
You're
I would
forgetting the
say
landscape. They are dating in Colorado. Jordan is a high commodity in Colorado. Okay? Don't forget, don't forget where we are.
yeah. See,
He is, for all intents and purposes, he's a healthy, fit-looking young man. As long as he don't, blend the chicken and the crystal light in front of you, you're gonna think he has a good diet. But he is out here, D-dashing, and he ain't got to suffer no consequences because he got snipped.
I need something though. I
Okay,
need something else besides him being snipped. I feel you.
okay.
I cannot say you're wrong because I don't have nothing to go this way or that way.
But
I
then he
feel
got
you.
snipped almost 5 years ago, and he's telling her it's reversible, but he does not say it's becoming closer to the time where it cannot be reversed.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, think about it, right? Right now, it's irreversible because the
Right.
show. Hold on, they do 2 seasons at one time. They shot Denver and they shot what was mayonnaise, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
So they shot them together. So and they put one a year later, one 2 years later, right?
Yeah.
He already irreversible.
They can still do a collection,
It's
in
six.
for intravenous, yes. She got the
The
money for it.
the thing that stick out to me is it's just about our society today, right? He is a manager. The people below him aren't the workers. The people below him are the supervisors.
Yeah.
We are now living to where we're calling managers broke. Like managers are broke now.
Yeah,
You
well,
can be making 80, 90, maybe 100K.
but
And he,
but even so, even if he is, remember he has the financial responsibility too for his son. We don't know. He's 50-50. His son
managers
had
paying one child.
no, but he has a medical condition that it may be expensive. All the additional resources he has to do for the son and type 1 diabetes, and remember he has the monitor on his arm and stuff like that, so there is additional cost. I'm not saying he's completely broke, and I don't like calling people broke. I do not use broke. I do not use dusty. I do not use any of these other things. He has not shown me that. He tells me he's a man that lives probably within his means. As he
Mhm.
said, he chooses to
Tell
live
us.
in that one bedroom because he wants to be able to go out and buy the expensive shoes he wants to go buy. He's not telling me anything that he's broke. He's telling me that he is managing his money a different way than I would, but he's managing his money.
But you're different in society.
Yeah,
You're far more intelligent, far more wise. So I feel you, but I can't go by what you're saying. I
I
have to go
know.
by society. Society is saying
If he can't come up with the
Anton broke.
500,000, he broke. That's what they're saying.
Anton broke. Uh, and what we talking about? Jordan. They're
Ain't
both
no,
broke, and
ain't
I'm
no,
just like,
ain't no way Anton broke, but they could say what they want. Ain't no way logistics transportation logistics he broke. And he teaching people how to drive in the mountains in Denver at night. Ain't no way he broke. Anton ain't broke.
Yeah. But that's what we getting at. I'm just like more
And
and more
looking at
the
the
season
quality of
pass.
Anton's clothes, he ain't well, anyway, he ain't broke to me. But that's my hang up with Jordan is, why he went at a 25-year-old man and made the choice and actually did do it when I know several men would not get that snipped even after they had several kids. So he may be progressive, but whatever. But Megan, I think she's not understanding. She now has a man that's fiscally conservative. But here's the thing, I have a problem with her. When she constantly wants to be a mother to his son, I felt like it was replacement of his own mother. I'm like, the
Yeah.
child has a mother.
Yeah. People don't want to be great stepmoms and great stepdads anymore. They want to go straight to mom. Like,
Or bonus mom, right?
like
What
my
does it,
kid,
if they got married, what does the child's mother think now seeing this season?
you want to come in, you don't have any kids, you want to have a kid. He may not can't have no kid. You're talking about his mother stuff. I'm here. But I will say this: this got to be a positive about Jordan. Jordan said he got a mom.
Yes.
He did
Yes.
say he got a mom.
He's like, wait a minute, my son is a bonus. This is you and me. My son is a bonus. This is about us. He does check her. He does bring in. He don't buy him no Gucci bag.
Yep. Their song, this like I can't say their song, but Jordan. So where was I wrong to say like of the options we got? Jordan is the best male of this season.
I still, I would prefer Anton over him.
I don't. I agree with you that Anton. I don't see red flags with Anton. What I see is I can't fault you if you're saying that he having a drink in the morning because he having a drink in the morning. It's just that the motherfucker told me he Russian. Everybody ain't American. And this is his time is different than our time. Him
Understood.
getting a drink in the morning is the same as somebody getting off at 7, getting a drink at 8. Somebody getting off at 11, getting a drink at midnight. It's there's no difference.
And a couple beers for him is apple juice.
Yeah, like so, like I feel you. I feel you if you like that's a, a cause for concern. But my thing is, you can't come to my channel, you can't come to my comment section saying that he bad for being going to strip clubs when he's single. If you're saying KB should not be judged for what she do when she's single, I stand firm on that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, and as I said, I am not the one to be talking about anything with strip clubs. As I told you, we used to go lunchtime at work to the strip club. The lunch crowd is a different kind of crowd.
Well, I know when I was young. I'll tell you a funny story for because I think that's the last couple. Last time I went to a strip club, I got there before my boys got there in Atlanta. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, bored out of my mind. Stripper come sit next to me. I'm sitting there, she seems extremely intelligent. I love astronomy, outer space. I'm talking about stars and all this stuff. And she just talking about all the planets and Venus. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That's why you don't judge a book by a cover. Look at that. You know what? Let's give you a little lap dance. I don't care about no booty on me, but look, it'll help you out. I'll give her a lap dance. And I'm like, this girl is so nice. She has been dancing on me for 8 songs in a row. That's how the world should be. I ain't know I was getting to my favorite song.
Yep. Yep. She racking that bill up.
I never sound like because I'm 45. When we were young, they gonna say 2 songs. This the money is over. I'm like,
Gone. You didn't know you ran a booty tab.
I ran the, like I said, I paid because I admire intelligence. You got me. Here go your little money. I ain't never coming here no more. That's the last time I was at strip club. You got me. You got me. You talk about Venus. You don't care about no Venus. You care about $20.
Venus got you on Mars. That's what she did. She
Look
got
over there, some rich guy came in some VIP. She ran right over there to me, her face. I'm like, I wasn't mad. I admired the hustle.
She
You
got
got
you.
me.
You got to admire it. You got to
That's why
admire it.
I'm go. But thank you for stopping by. Like
Thank
it's
you for
been
coming back.
really Yeah, it's been really sporadic, but when I move into the house next month, I get everything set up. It's just so much going on. I gotta pay a whole moving company. So I'm in an apartment. I gotta get wash and dry. I gotta get everything all hooked up, set my whole room up. I already got my background, my gold stuff. It's in the garage right now. But like once I get everything set up, I'm gonna be back to being professional, John, on a real camera shooting professional content because
With your dark lighting.
my dark lighting, my you know what I'm saying? All my stuff got dust on it. I still got it. It's just packed up. It's just and not only for this channel, but my other channel, my hip hop
Yes.
channel, putting out
Yes.
documentaries. It just
You've been living life.
been living life, had to get the house. But like, thank you for always supporting me. Thank you, like even other genres, like you come and support me on other channels, man. You've been nothing but really, really great to me. That's why I always support you. A member of your channel.
Thank you.
And
You joined the membership tonight. I hope we didn't shock you too much in the membership.
you think someone's gonna shock me?
No.
Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool. Like love it. Love it. And I want to do it again. Like if I'm off Monday and Tuesday, so we got Wednesday new episodes, and then Sunday they come right back that following Sunday with the reunion. If you want to do something next Monday, let me know.
Okay, Monday or Tuesdays I have now Reel It In, REEL, where I'm covering either a series or a movie. I'm going to talk to my just on my channel just regularly. This tomorrow is Mindhunter on Netflix. Absolutely love that show. But that's
Love
at
it.
6 o'clock. So definitely, we could do that after. My lives are probably hour and a half.
So, it, just curious, like if you like Mindhunter, like do you like independent movies like that, like weapons and stuff like that?
What do you mean, like weapons or something like that?
Weapons is like the biggest independent movie is like slash horror, but it's really more like Mindhunter with a little aspect
Yeah.
to it.
Oh
Is that the
yeah.
big you
I
sure
thought you meant weapons in a movie.
no, like the movie
Okay.
weapons, like movies like that or A24 like movies and stuff.
There isn't anything I haven't watched. I was actually raised as a child of horror. My grandfather raised me on Vincent Price. So I do like the psychological thriller. That's why I'm starting the Reel It In series with Mindhunter, because most people don't know about it. It got canceled way too early, but I loved it because the Atlanta Child Unalivers is season 2, and I thought they did a phenomenal job addressing that. And close to home, a friend of mine, one of his brother was one of the children um, in the Atlanta Child serial unalivings. So
Wow.
real close. But yes, that's why I said, my channel, I cover Love is Blind, the dating shows, Married at First Sight UK, I'm doing now. I cover the international Love is Blinds. Absolutely love it. I learn a heck of a lot about the cultures and dating. But I said, I got to do something else. So I have the unsolicited advice where we give people advice on their, questions on the internet. I have Unscripted on Fridays where the chat tells me what we want to talk about. So we talk about any and everything. And then now I've Reel It In. So if you have a movie you want me to talk about with the chat, we could make sure it's something that's available to international audience. And please, if you can, Love is Blind Brazil this past season was the over 50 crew. If you want a good time with the
What do
over
you
50,
mean?
over 50.
Wait. You saying there's 4 seasons? I've seen all 3 of Brazil. You saying there's a 4th one?
I'm saying there's a 5th one that just happened. That's the over 50. No, four was wild. Season 4 was wild. I will tell you that much. But 5 with the people over 50, we have a runaway bride. We have somebody that was stalking the person after the show. The over 50 people acted
Well,
a
okay.
complete fool.
Wait. Stalking after the show got arrested, right?
No, this is Brazil.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think I saw the last one I saw in Brazil, somebody got arrested after the show.
That was Argentina.
Oh yeah, okay. So dang, so I feel embarrassed. I am not. I thought I was one season behind. I'm two seasons behind. So I know for a fact I saw one, two, and three.
Okay.
I didn't know there was a four, but you're saying there's a five for
I
Brazil.
started my channel last year on season 4 of Brazil.
Brazil?
Yeah.
I may got my numbers wrong, but I know I haven't seen the fifth one. But I'll go back and look, and maybe what I'm
No, the
thinking is
5th one
three.
just ended. It was at the same time as France. And
I
I'm
know I
telling
ain't seen the
you,
fifth one.
Love is Blind needs to bring to America a Love is Blind over 50s. And I don't know what city, but they need to bring that.
Yeah.
There was a Mr. Steal Your Girl in the over 50 group.
Okay. Well, I know what I'm about to be doing tonight. But thank you for coming
You're
over. I don't want to
welcome.
hold you too long, but you're always invited. Not even to this. If I jump on my other channel, you know what I'm talking about Drake and Kendrick and all that stuff. You jump on any channel you want to.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, you guys enjoy your evening. I'll talk to y'all later.